years ago, when I was writing down the things that I wanted to manifest in my life, one of those things that I wrote down was, I get paid to be me. I heard somebody else say that one time. And I'm like, I like that. I want that for myself. I get paid to be me. Doesn't that sound fun? Now I get this fulfillment from helping people, and I'm now also paid to help people. And it started off just because I shared my story about how I applied it and was getting my success. So then when this gentleman said, I buy successful businesses, he planted a seed in us that we could sell our business. So 3.5 years later, here we are, we sold our business and we acquired our wealth. And 3.5 years prior to that, that would have never been a thought that was possible for me. But when you realize that what Neville says is true, that you don't need to figure out how things will happen, that's not our job. Our job is to receive, to decide what we want, and then make sure that we put ourselves in a state that matches what it is that we want, and to be in a state of receiving it, which means to get rid of any blocks within us, to get rid of any resistance within us. That's our work. That's what we have to test. Is anytime you feel bad and you determine what the thought was that caused that, or the belief was that caused that, and then you allow yourself, you give yourself permission to let that go, knowing that it doesn't serve you, you start to become magnetic to the things that you want to manifest in your life. And this is something that we've been given. It is our birthright to have it. We just didn't know how to operate it. And so that's what we're practicing. I continue to practice. I have a dream marriage. I have kids that are thriving because I imagine them so that way. I have a wonderful circle of friends, wonderful circle of family, people that support me all over. I have a career that I love, which years ago I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. What's my purpose for being here? And then I discovered my purpose because I always led myself towards what it is that I wanted. That's the work. This is the missing piece. We're going to have fun doing this. It's not going to be so serious. We're meant to experience our life in the way that we want to. It's really a pleasure having you here because I'm doing this work anyway, because I always have a new desire. Every time I reach something, I up level myself and I reach higher. And every time I reach higher, there's going to be a new set of beliefs that will come up to the surface for me to transmute because I've never experienced that level before. I have to become that version of myself and practice it. And I do it and it works. And so I want to let you guys know to believe. That's our work, is to believe who we are. And when you understand who you are, that you are the creator of your reality based on what you put in your imagination, based on what you plant in your consciousness, based on where you put your focus and attention, when you understand that you are that powerful, then your manifestations have no choice but to show up in your reality. But we need to be persistent in this. Our outer circumstances are the result of past states of consciousness. So we have to respond to what shows up, not as our past selves, but as our current selves. Every single answer you are looking for is already within you. Think in alignment with what we want. And discipline our minds so that we don't entertain those ideas that don't serve us. You don't allow yourself to entertain. I used to be an overthinker. I would think about something that happened over and over and over again and make myself feel bad, put myself in a state of contraction, put myself in a state of suffering. When the work is to go into imagination, envision it the way that you want it to be instead, that's how we test it. Hold yourself accountable and make it a fun process instead of one that feels like work. Because truly, when you embody the state of the wish fulfilled, being that version of yourself is going to feel effortless. If you're really focused and really imagining that you could be who you want to be, that you are who you want to be, and taking that state and embodying that state, literally pulling yourself out of one state and putting yourself into another one.